Hey guys, Sunstreaker Wozza here. Welcome back to another Thursday live stream. As always, we're here with the most up-to-date information, news on Transformers Earth Wars. Now, that being said, there's not a lot happening this week in the game. So, although we've got a few things to go through, we're going to talk a bit about the giveaway. It's coming soon, guys. You know, Spacey said they wanted to do a giveaway. They sort of give me a few prizes, and I said, listen, I want to go that bit further. You know, everything I sort of do, I want to go a bit better and make it a bit bigger, a bit grander. And so, yeah, don't forget to be in with a shout of 2,500 5-star shards split between members, comments on videos. We're giving a side pass away. We're giving a gift card away. So, loads of giveaways happening in next week's stream. We're going to announce the winners. So, obviously, comments and streams don't count. Sorry, guys. Just because you obviously can comment time and time again. But if you haven't already, go and comment on some of the videos that I posted this week. Only the videos that I'm posting since the announcement last Saturday, I think it was. All the videos from then up to now, and in the next week, and I'm going to count towards it. I'm going to literally pick a random video, pick a random comment, and that person's going to win some shards. And then, like I said, members as well. You got to be a subscriber. So, yeah, loads of ways to win. But like I said, if you're subscribed and you're watching the stream and you're commenting on the videos and you're a member, then you are pretty much in everything, in with a shout. So, don't forget, that's happening next week. We're talking about bundles. I've been trying to hit on some new player stuff. Some new players have hit me up saying that a lot of my content is high end, and I kind of get it because I'm a high end player. Well, kind of. So I thought I'd sort of do some information for low down players and new players coming into the game. So we're going to talk about bundles and what to watch out for. We're also going to be doing my next 5-star batch prediction. It was quite hard. But we're going to give it a go anyway, because I think that sometime soon we might see the next 5-star batch over the next couple of months. I think there's some things they need to get done first. And I think after that, then we're going to see a 5-star batch. So, we're talking a bit about that as well. And then we're talking about the last update for Lightspeed and ironbison. The changes that have happened and why it's happened and what I think about it as always. So we're going to talk about that as well. And I think that's pretty much everything that's in today's stream, like I said. So, yeah. But let's see who we've got in the chat anyway first. So, we've got Trax Penny Lancaster, obviously, in the chat. First in the chat as well. Thanks for joining. We've got Candyman as well. We've got DDEC76. And Grind Time as well. So, all members straight in there. Thanks for being a member. And just to top it off, next week we're going to be giving away some Sunstreaker Wozza stash codes in the stream as well. So massive giveaway next Thursday. You know, a big celebration of content creators for August. That's the idea. Then we've got William Wilkinson, Carnage Mac. Alright. We've got London's Calling. Thanks for joining. We've got Daddy Pig. We've got Hellraiser. We've got Nautilus. Yo. No, it didn't freeze. We've got Blade 19, my buddy Stinger. Good to see you, buddy. We've got Hardy Classify. We've got S. Jose. Vic Ching. One of my members as well. Good to see you, bud. We've got ZB22. We've got Morgan. Thanks for joining. We've got my buddy Shani. Thanks for joining, mate. We've got Dark Terror. We've got Everyden. Hope we got that right. And we've got Joseph Prime as well. And a big thanks to Blade 19 for becoming a member as well. So in with a shout of the giveaway as well. Thanks for becoming a member. Cheers. Cool. Alright, let's get into the newsletter. See what's happening in the game from Space Saint's view. And then we'll get into the nitty gritty. So, Barweek Grana, Weep Ninny Bong. This weekend's event is called Damage Limitation. And I know you can't see it because of the membership bomb. So, apologies, you can now. Damage Limitation. So, a nice chill week after, obviously, the last endurance event last weekend. I did a nice, easy 15k But I know some people have been using Orion packs and saying that they like him. We'll talk a bit about that as well. So we've got this week's event. It's 10,000 points for... I did bring this up. I said 6 combat chips. Just seems a bit measly. I know it's a 10k event, but 6? Why not 10? It's just a weird number. You know, if they were doing 30 and it was 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 to make 30, I kind of get that. I'm like, yeah, they picked 6 times 5 is 30 chips. But 6 combat chips, like, could you really not push the boat out and get 10? Just bizarre. But yeah, 6 combat chips. I even feel weird just saying that. 2,500 4-star shards, 10,000 3-star shards, so decent amount of 3-star shards. 15,000 prems, 15 prems is here and there. You're probably getting more out of 3-star shards and 4-star shards than they will out of the prems and the combat chips. Some Troop XP is alright. Some Spark, everyone always needs Spark, especially with Lions HQ. Don't talk about that. And then 2 million alloy and energon as well. So nice season, like I said, 10k event. People were asking, is it going to be a 10k event never ending? I don't think it is. It's literally should be a 10k event. So people like the 10k event, never ending event, so they can, after it, go and get more XP and just keep battling. They've got a bundle or something. But nope, Space Ape literally forcing us to have a break this week. No battle zones apply, and game updates and information. So we've got the new Cyber Pass. So I was surprised when this Cyber Pass came out, because I really thought that Orion Packs, this skin, was going to be in this. The way they described it was Orion Packs will come out, and you'll be able to get the skin in the Cyber Pass. I presume the next one. Presumed. We don't say about presumption. But I presumed the skin would be in here, but no, it's an Elite 1 skin. So I was like, I don't know. But, hey, Elite 1 skin is what it is. Saga schedule. So we've got a individual totalizer this week for 10k. Nice chill event. We've got the 5-star legacy event. Now, it does say individual endurance event, but they have announced that sort of mayhem mode. So Dale said we'll probably get that next Monday in playtest. So we're showing it next week. Now, I know it's a bit last minute, guys. We're going to talk a bit about that when we talk about lightspeed and ironbison. I know it's a bit last minute. It is what it is. Again, we'll talk a bit about that later. But 5-star legacy event the week after. Prime Core Shard event, which I'm fine with. People still need Prime Core Shards. And I said, as long as it's 1 per saga, I'm okay with that. I'm no problem with that at all. Then we've got a combat event for the new combat. It's not even in testing yet. We've got 3 weeks to go. So yeah, but 3, we should be getting this content early. You know, Spaceship sort of announced after the last survey that they're going to try and get content out quicker to the playtesters and get it out to, you know, the community quicker. And we still haven't. You know, we've still not got Lightspeed and Ironbison really finished in test. But I get that before they sort of made this decision, maybe. The new combat's not even ready yet. So quite a few things that are not quite even ready and they're trying to play catch up on. Then we've got the 40th anniversary event for 500k. Not a clue what that is. I presume it's some sort of celebration. So I can imagine it being a decent event. Maybe it's for a 4-star crystal, something like that, I'm hoping. I presume that if it's a 40th anniversary for Transformers, it should be something big, in my opinion. Maybe a 5-star crystal? I don't know, is that pushing the boat out? I don't think so. I think for 40th anniversary, you know, this only comes round every 10 years. Will the game still be in here 10 years? Who knows? It wasn't here 10 years ago. So this is the first big anniversary Transformers that the game's had. So I presume something big. But I'm not holding my breath. Then we've got a combiner event. I'm not too sure what that is, but it's crystals. So brilliant. Then we've got the medic crystals again. And I kind of get that new players want the medic crystals. And they're just dragging it out now. It's like they're giving 40 crystals every saga way and going medic event, medic event, medic event. Make it a gunner event. Make it an airbot event. I don't know. Just make it something a bit different. I know medics are quite hard to get. Granted. But it just feels a bit of rinse and repeat. You know, I find that Space Ape go, ooh, the players want that. And they just like, nail it. Just like, every saga. It's like, no, we don't want it every saga. We want more medic crystals. Don't mean we have it every saga though. Same with the prime core shards. You know, come on. And then we've got the new bots release. It says endurance there. So I imagine it could be another endurance rather than a leaderboard. They have said leaderboards might return, but it seems like they've sort of gone back to this endurance sort of format. Not a clue what that is. Not a clue about the bot. Not a clue about anything. Nothing's even been mentioned about it yet. So we'll have to wait and see about that. And then obviously what we touched upon last week or week before. So yeah, apologies for last week again. Just sniffling and coughing. That's just like, yeah. I've done it in the past. I know I have, but I don't like doing it. I've done it in the past where I've missed a week for some reason, for work or something. Then I've been had a cold the week after. I'm like, I can't miss 2 in a row. And I just don't like being on stream sniffling and coughing. It doesn't look good, does it? But yeah, as I mentioned the week before, obviously Engineer Hoyce has hung up his gloves. And yeah, no longer content creator for Earth Wars. He's going to carry on, do other things. So stay subscribed, go and check him out. So yeah, quite sad to see him leave. He's been the longest as a serving Earth Wars content creator. Then we've got Soldier, been around for quite a while as well. I think he took a bit of a break to go and try other things, but I think he does other things and Earth Wars still now. So go and check Soldier's video out, very polished. And then there's obviously myself and Freezes Max. Freezes obviously does a stream every single week, and then myself as well. And just sort of covers the giveaway there as well. So if you're not too sure on how to enter, it is just there. I still get comments saying like, you know what, I really like Wozza and like his videos, but I can't understand a word that he says. So it's there in black and white. Hey, there you go. And they messed that up because it says Saga schedule and it says Saga schedule. So apparently we got 2. Then community news. So obviously really awful news. If you're on the Earth Wars Facebook pages, then you'll definitely know Sean Capone. In the game as well, a lot of people know him, but I didn't really speak to him in the game. He's been around quite a while, but I did speak to him on Facebook quite a bit, on people's posts and things like that, and laughing a joke with him. So really sad news that he passed away. I think a couple of weeks ago now, I think, but the news only just come around. So yeah, obviously really sad, and obviously our condolences go out to his family. From what I hear, he wasn't exactly old, you know, only a few years older than me, and you know, it sort of puts it into perspective sometimes that you know, we take our lives for granted, really. That you know, we'll live until we're old, but listen, you never know, guys. But yeah, just condolences to his family, and rest in peace, bud. I'm really sad, obviously, when these things happen. We had a friend in TF that this happened to, and we sort of kept him in an alliance. I think they're doing the same sort of thing. So we had an alliance and we kept him in it, and he stayed in that alliance forever. And I think he's still even in there, just on his own in an alliance, and we kept our alliance there. I made him commander, and sort of discarded the alliance, and so he's sort of there forever. So yeah, very sweet thing to do. And so my obviously thoughts go out to all the people who scorched, regardless of whatever, you know, we have in game, any sort of like allegiances, things like that. We never want to see a player pass away. So really sad news. But yeah, hope his family's all right. Then we've got Community Corner, some cool pictures of obviously Volcanica, some different models. I was looking at this thinking which one I prefer. I wasn't sure. I think maybe the left-hand version. Some person in the chat will know better than me which version that is, but I felt like the left-hand version there was the better of the 3. Pretty cool. Pretty cool drawing from Skeller Gold. And then we've got so community picks. So Cyan69, who's a follower of the channel. I do talk to him sometimes in outside of playtest, because he's a playtester. Also just talking a bit about Soundwave there. Go and check that out. Then he spoke to Sam this week, and he's talking about No. Go and give that a read. And then no fixes and improvements this week. Literally none at all. And talking bugs. So I tell you what we'll do. We'll go into the game and we'll cover all the content. We'll talk about bugs and things like that after we've read the chat. Let's go into the game scene. cool. What's all what everyone's saying anyway? Candyman's put no BB available still. I know. But yeah, I'm sure they'll be back again, but they'll still be prices get hella high. Erods, thanks for joining. Will Broad Martis, but when is SpaceX going to fix the login issue? I have multiple accounts and cannot switch. I didn't know it was an issue. To be fair, I didn't know. But I don't know because I don't think that's a SpaceX issue. Maybe I don't think it is. I think that's a Google Play issue. Maybe, but I don't think they officially support having multiple accounts on one device. I don't think SpaceX can actually help you with that. If that's what you're talking about, I don't think you're going to get SpaceX help because I'm pretty sure it does say that they don't support that. But I know you can. But yeah, we'll see. Daddy Pig, it'll be one ally chest for the 40th special. Trash Panalankas, but they don't believe anything good out for free. They like the Grinch. We do have 5-star crystals every year for the anniversary, so they do occasionally. It's all the things in between. When there's something special like that, giving a 5-star bottle is obviously a big thing, and a big celebration. But it's the stuff in between that's lacking. Backwards, how's it going? Thanks for being a member. And he put medic events because medic class shards are hard to get. Yeah, I get that. I do get that. But constantly just pumping them out, I just don't feel like it's a bit, Candyman's put they need to keep the character bundles available in the rank upgrade. Once you hit captain, they disappear. I didn't know that. It's a fair point. It is. Margaret newsletter was garbage this week. We're going to talk a bit about that anyway. Then we've got I don't want to bastardize it. Munira Hussein. I hope that's right. Apologies if it's not. Says he loves my videos. I'm glad they help you. I appreciate it, bud. Well, we might have put they did before. Yeah, I know. Listen, I'm not saying for 1 minute that you didn't. And I used to do it on my phone, without a doubt. I used to have a not mirror software. It used to be something like that. I can't remember. I used to have a software that'd be able to use. Someone in chat will remember. I can't remember. I used to have a software that'd be able to do it, and that stopped working one day, and so I had to put my device on a different device, my other account on a different device. And yeah, like I said, and they just don't support it. I don't think whether you could or couldn't. But I would honestly, I don't think Space have done anything to stop you doing that. I think it's something to do with the app, whatever you're using or something. I don't know. Maybe it depends on Google Play. But honestly, I would just look into it outside of Space Ape on how to do it now, since Parallel Space, is that right? That's what I used. I'm not sure it's around anymore, even being used, but yeah, go and look at ways to get around it rather than going through Space Ape. I don't think you're going to get any help there. DDX76 has put Roadbuster can no longer target the HQ after today's update. What is happening with Roadbuster? Jesus. Honestly, like, wow. Like, talk about trying to kill a bot. I mean, well, that's the next sort of thing we're going to talk about. Munira Hussein has put, what's the best setup for SG Jetfire? So with any bot that can equip gunner combats or range combats, Nightstick should be your first choice. Bang, that's primary. But I get you can only have them with 4-star and a 3-star, and you might have them elsewhere. Outside of that, Pinpointer is a very good combat, but hasn't quite got the range of Nightstick or Fracas, if you're a con. Nightstick and Fracas are definitely the number one choice. Pinpointer and I don't even know the conversion, but I can find out for you, and someone will probably put in the chat. Let's have a race who can do it quicker. Singe. Yes, I won. Only because of the lag. Straight to fair. They would go a lot faster than me. Yeah, Pinpointer and Singe, probably second choice, I would say. After that, then you can put Flak on, but you definitely want a ranged combat. You can put Flak on there, Top Shot, Flak or Creator Maker, Top Shot, or oh god, I need to really learn these. I forget all these combats. Honestly, Decepticon combats, Top Shot, and Fireline. There you go. Top Shot and Fireline after that. But definitely a ranged combat. I wouldn't be putting minions on them or anything like that. So yeah, and then as his core, I'd put an Enhanced Ordnance. Plain and simple. Bobby from SA, how's it going? Glad someone's there holding the fort. Good man. Yeah, highly classified as put EO core Nightstick. Yeah, definitely the first choice. And Backward Entertainment's put Google has a way to get around it if using Android. I presume Android because Apple's really restrictive. Apple. No, Hamburger. Thanks for joining. You haven't missed it at all. Bobby's put Robust is currently being investigated. This is the thing. But anyway, we'll talk in a minute. Is CRM, is that Creator Maker, I think? Yeah, but obviously that's an SG Jetpack's SG Thundercracker, but yeah, Creator Maker is good for him. You need the Google Play Games app. Backward Entertainment Spot. I'm sure there's a video that shows you how to switch it. Yeah, there's on my YouTube video how to do that, yeah. Natalia, welcome to the stream. Let's put, what will be the best core in combat for D16? Still to be said yet. Because obviously they're quite new to the game. This was quite bugged. Oh, it's working now. Again, exactly the same choices. Nightstick is always the best choice. Nightstick and Frackers. And then after that, it's sort of a free range choice. Core-wise, it's G1 eventually when it comes out. Maybe Micronus for healing and the Prime Core maybe. Yeah, anything sort of support-wise, I'd put on him. And yeah, cool. Well, that sort of leads on to the first discussion. So, bugs. Plain and simple, we know there's far too many bugs in the game right now. And I've always said that bugs will happen. You know, with a game like this, where there's so much content, so much overlapping content, bugs will happen. Now, the Roadbuster thing we've talked about, it's not a nerf. I've seen people say, oh, they're trying to nerf Roadbuster. They're not. They're not, for a fact. But what happens sometimes is two abilities overlap in some way in the game. Yes, it's not going to be identical to something else, but it will overlap with something. And it might be some new content coming out, or they're looking into something, fixing a different bug. And because they change something in the background of the game, it sometimes affects multiple things rather than one. And I understand that, and I've always said this, and bugs will happen. They just need fixing quickly. The problem with this is the Roadbuster bug happened, and they fixed it quite quickly first time round. But this is probably the best bot in the game. The number one desired bot in the game, definitely. Now, we've also covered that he was doing more damage than they should have. And I think this is where it stemmed from. That they've tried fixing that. And I feel like they did fix that, and it was doing less damage than what it did, which is the right damage. So we take a look at Roadbuster. Find him. You know, with his G1 core, he should only be doing like 12,800 damage. And that's not enough to take out the MDS and the shock towers. So he never should have, but he has been doing. So I feel like by them trying to fix him, there was some things that he wasn't doing correct in proportion. And so now since they've fixed him, we're realizing that he's not doing the damage to the target that he should be doing, because he was doing more to the target originally. So he was doing more toward the target. And all these little bugs are becoming apparent now with him. But the problem being is that this all should have been fixed first time round, but they kind of fixed it but broke it and then fixed it again. And but these have been going on for weeks now. And as Bobby's just put in the chat, they are trying to fix it. But these bugs need fixing quickly. We can't just let them keep going. It's detrimental to the game. I'm not gonna lie to you, like I've been trying to do wars without him because you can't trust him at the minute. And it's been really difficult because they're using quite a bit to take out certain cores, especially the Megatronus core and the Liege core, things like that. So, one of the best bots in the game that's almost useless right now. It's not good for the game, especially when people have put all this money in. But it's not the only bug. I've been doing some testing today and doing some attacks, and quite frustrating, really. And this is why I sort of dropped down from top wars, because you were going into a war and doing something and things weren't really working as they should. And I'm one of these sort of people that, Tex used to laugh at me because I used to really plan my attacks meticulously. I didn't always go 100% to plan, but I had a plan in place. And so it's really frustrating when you plan something, A, B, and C, and then you do A, B, and C, and it doesn't work. And you're looking going like, I don't know why it didn't work. Sometimes you do an attack and you do something wrong and you can go, right, I see what I did there. I know what I did wrong. I can go again and I can fix that. It happens. But what's frustrating is when you do an attack and you look and go, I don't know what happened. And it's not like there's a call that I've missed or anything like that, because I'm quite meticulous in my planning. But I have noticed today that there was an old bug that was there and not there and there and not there, and we're never sure whether it's there or not. But it definitely became apparent today. So I've been thinking about the primary war effects, and I was debating going back up again to a higher alliance, and I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I've seen a lot of people using Laser Optimus in my alliance. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to build like an electric team. I'm going to try and do the wars with an electric team. So you're talking like Laser Optimus, you're talking Sea Spray, Bumblebee, Brawn. I had Air Raid because he had the stun to mix with Brawn, and also like Minerva and a couple of other bots. But you get the idea. And the idea was that I could attack a base with just stun bots and see how it goes, see if it could work. Because in primary they get more damage. So went along, and there was an anti-electric core, the lightning rod core at the top of the base. So I thought I need to take that out. So what I did was I put Sea Spray in an area first to stun it. Then I dropped the Titan ability on the Billbot to take it out. Then I dropped Air Raid, and I thought, right, what I'm going to do now is, as soon as that Billbot has been burnt out by the Titan Acid, I'm going to then hit the defense with Brawn, because Air Raid's ability lasts for quite a while. Find him. It lasts for 20 seconds. So we look at 20 seconds and the Titan ability lasting about 10 seconds or 8 seconds, something like that. I was like, yeah, I can drop them at the same time, and as soon as the Billbot's gone, I can use Brawn. So the Billbot went down, used Brawn straight away, hit it, nothing. I was like, that's a bit strange. Because it was still got that purple effect to say it was under the fusion bomb still. So then I hit it again with Brawn, and the fusion bomb effect went and it just stunned it. I was like, alright, it's probably worn off. I'll hit it again with Brawn. And it didn't die. And I was like, have I missed something? And I was baffled. So I watched the replay back. And yeah, I took the core out. Looked at it. Couldn't see anything there. There was nothing there. So that only leads me to think that Billbots are leaving their effect after they've gone. And this kind of maybe makes a sense, because when I look at some of the top bases and I see them using one anti-acid, one anti-fire, one anti-water, one FFD, and I'm like, why are they using one of each? It makes no sense to me. Because you're just using one, you get rid of one FFD, and then you can use whatever bots you want. Like, you can use all these shielded bots once it's gone. Why would you do one of each? I've always said that you would normally do 3 of one kind, maybe to protect against X, and choose that, and then a couple of something other ones. But that kind of makes sense now why they're doing that, because the Billbots are leaving the effects after they've gone. So I had to do more testing so I really prove this. But it's frustrating that you've got to actually go and test these things. It's an old bug that keeps coming back. And it just seems like they're updating the game in some way. And every time they do, it's reverting some of the old bug fixes. And another one what they mentioned is ranks. Now, when you look at ranks, it says this bot has just started his military career. Rank them up to increase health and damage, plus gain new abilities. Now, when this came out, I always said that I can see this going of increasing ability damage, or it should do when the next skip comes out, the next rank comes out. Sorry, but the next rank came out, Captain came out, and it was just a health and DPS increase. Now, supposedly, these ranks are giving more ability damage to the bots, not just DPS and HP, which I'm pretty sure is not intentional. I'm pretty sure when they did the stream and people asked about the damage aspect, they said, no, this is just DPS and health. So that shouldn't be happening either. But people are getting more damage out of these bots. So a lot of bugs sort of in the system, but a big problem is as well that when we're talking about Roadbuster and talking about what damage you should be doing, there was so much confusion around because people were saying, oh, Roadbuster does this and this defense has this much health. But that's not exactly true. So I was looking over the interview with Dale. I thought about hitting Dale for another interview this year. We've done one every year for the last 2 years. I thought maybe do another one this year. So I thought I'll go and look at what we talked about. And I talked about the Titan tree being a failure. And this is a big reason why. That when you're actually testing things in a test, you want to be able to look at a bot and go, right, this bot does X. This defense has Y. X away from Y leaves whatever health or destroys it, yes or no. So I was talking to Callum about this sort of in private message. I said, I would like you to try and work this out if you can. Let's try and get Jetfire to take out the shield gen. Okay. So let's take the shield gen, whatever health it's got. We've got increased shielding. So the building's protected by the shield gen, receiving an extra 20% protection. That's the buildings around it, not the actual shield in itself, I don't think. Again, I don't think. But then we go down to the bottom here. We've got shield generate health, so 20%. But that is kind of accounted for when you look at the HP. So fair enough. But then I said, what about resource building? Is it a resource building? I don't think so. But it's not a defense either. So I don't know where we stand with that. But then depends on what you're attacking with. So if you're attacking with a jet, and we go into the attack perks, then you've got the shield generator airstrike, where air class bots do more against the generator. Then we've got air class ability damage, so they do 15% more damage. So before we even look at what can do what, you've got ability damage increase, you've got extra shielding, you've got extra against the shield generator for jets. Then you've got Titan perks, where you've got let me go into here actually, show a better here. This one here. Oh. Was it Essence Drive? Yeah, so then you've got Essence Drive that increases ability damage by 6.5% for all your bots. So 6.5%, 15% going in, 20% more shielding. It just really confuses what the bot should be doing. I always said this along that the Titan Trek tree makes testing so much harder that you don't even know what it should be doing, what it's not doing. And this sort of apparent in Roadbuster, people going like, yeah, Roadbuster does this, yeah, but don't forget the shielding, yeah, but don't forget it does this. And so we don't even know right now what Roadbuster can shoot, should be shooting, maybe not. And I even challenged, like I said, Callum to work the maths out and didn't get a reply, which I'm not surprised about, if I'm honest with you. So it's a lot of work from behind the scenes around this to clear this up, to definitely make it user friendly. It's far too complicated, you know, trying to work these things out. And I just worry that, you know, if we're seasoned, experienced players and we're looking at all this thinking this is quite confusing, what's this like for newer players? You know, for seasoned players been here for years and we can't work it out. So new players are going to have an absolute disaster trying to work this out if they're really sort of working to try to take something out with certain bot and try to work out new tactics and things like that. So a lot of problems behind the scenes in terms of bugs, in terms of getting things right, in terms of testing the space heat need to work on. But yeah, let me know in the chat what you think of Robust. Have you tried him? Is he working how you thought it would be? Obviously, no one's happy about the reduction in damage, but you know, should he be doing that? I mean, that is what he's listed as doing. Is he a one-shot bot? That was a question in test. Should he be one-shotting the shield gen? Should he be comboed? Is it too expensive for a combo? But is it because the player testers had him doing a certain amount of damage and didn't really test it properly? And is that then saying that that's what he should do because that's what we sold him as at the time? So let me know in the chat what you guys think. Should Buster be a one-shot? Should it be comboed? Do he need to reduce his cost if it's a combo? Should he be doing damage to HQ? Rumours are he's not even targeting the HQ now, and that's a bug as well. So let me know in the chat what you guys think. Morgan's put, anyone else lose their mounted power cores? Mounted? I don't even mean by mounted. Candyman just, obviously from Minora Hussein earlier, just said it just put Creator Maker on D16. Cool. If you've got Amalgamus, so the problem you've got in Amalgamus is only one of them. So, I would say you need to make a choice between attack or defense. If you want a decent outpost bot, then you want Amalgamus on Quellagon. On defense, if you're attacking, yeah, probably Quellagon or Laser Optimus on attack. But obviously you can't have it on both unless you're using Quellagon on attack and defense, and you can also just put it on him and leave it and do both. But yeah, Quellagon definitely. But whether you want to attack or defense, up to you. Blade 19, I just maxed him out a few weeks ago. I don't know you want to do this to him. Cannot target the HQ. Yeah, it's not good if he can, but I don't think he even can do enough damage to kill the HQ anymore, no? Candyman's put, remember when the Sharkticon BBs? No, it was the Sharkticon... Oh, Battle Boost, yeah, I thought I meant Billbots for a minute. Like, what? Sharkticon Billbot? Yeah, the Sharkticon, that was fun. So I remember that back in the day. And my friend hit me up and said, have you seen the new bug? I was like, no. He's like, go and put a Sharkticon boost on a HQ. Watch what happens. Boom. HQ down. I was like, wow. Because what they're trying to do at the time, they're trying to buff Nor, I think, so his minions to do more damage. Because at the time, it wasn't really doing enough. This is back when these are buff bots, actually. And yeah, they buffed Nor to the point where the battle boost just one-shot in HQ. So I literally just went and bought a Sharkticon bundle, I think it was, or I had another boost. I can't remember, I had loads of Sharkticon boosts. And I was just like, bang, just leveling bots. I think I actually leveled Nor, I think I got Nor to where he is now on my live account, just doing that. Backwards entertainments, but he was doing way less than 12k. He was doing like 6k. Yeah, he was doing a lot less than what he should, but then he was doing 12k, and people are still complaining, saying he can't kill the MDS. I was like, he never should have. If you look at the tooltip, he never should have. But yeah. Carnage Mac, alright, but I'm still pissed that Harshaw can't remove the shield on raids anymore. The HQ shield, that's pretty bad as well. You remove shields, it says. I don't know what they're doing. Minoru Husseins, but is it worth going for the last 5-star batch or batch 11? Because I have Trigger, SG, Thundercracker, Quelligon, Dinobot. So what should I go for next? Let's have a look at these batches a minute. Nope. Let's have a look at these a minute. Batch 11. And you said you've got Quelligon. Maybe not. Slingshot, aka Acid Storm, is decent. Blur and Runabout is decent. Ironhide is better batches out there with bots similar, like Pipes or well, Pipes basically. We'll get Pipes or Headstrong in the way. Current batch, I mean, I haven't got the current batch yet. I can't even see who's in the current batch to sort of say. But yeah, I think the main one from that is Slug and Rampage. That's the main one you want to get. I don't know. I wouldn't. If you've got Quelligon, I wouldn't go back to batch 11. I don't know. They've all got decent bots in them. Let's go on the conversion. Let's talk about it in a minute. Current batch. I'm not a fan of it, if I'm honest with you. I wouldn't bother. I'd try and get Rampage and Rampage or Slug. After that, I wouldn't bother with it. Yeah, not so good. There's a lot of combiner bots, but not really good bots in the last few ones. It's a good batch. It's decent. Half Shell's good. Transmetal 2 Megatron's good one. Leozak's good, better at lower levels. So if you're HQ 16 or below, Leozak's pretty good. Sentient Monster is pretty good at lower levels as well on Spinister, so it depends what level you're at as well. Depending if it's good or not. 2-2 Pathing is glitched too, doesn't follow Meg's Rush. It never really did. That's just always, there's certain bots that don't. It's not just T2 Megs, there's loads of bots that don't follow the rush. That's not a bug with T2 Megs, that's a bug with Optimus, in a way. It's bots that have a passive, I believe, in a certain way. So Hot Rod struggles to follow him as well at times. Hound, I think, because he drops that, with his G1, I think, he drops that hollow. There's quite a few that struggle. Even Blaster. Tracks per Lancaster support area doesn't work all the time. Brilliant. There you go. David Sled's but Robust should be a one-shot bot. I think so too. I think he had a good point in the meta. Everyone invested time on into getting him and leveled him for that reason. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I agree. David Slater, I do agree. Tracks per Lancaster spot. I'm just waiting for the apes to mess up Blue Street once his 5-star comes out in a batch. I don't think it will, because I think it'll just go in there. I don't think they'll do anything with him. They should have left the 5-star Robuster alone and fixed the 4-star and below. They can't do that. They can't fix the 4-star and below and leave the 5-star. It was doing more than it should. That's a fact. You know, it was doing more than was stated. That is a fact. Highly classified bot. Every time we get a decent bot, someone cries and gets it nerfed. The bots are never nerfed, to be fair. I will back Space Ape up on that. They don't nerf bots. They fix bots to do what they should be doing. And they don't like bots that target the HQ. They always said they won't have a bot that kills the HQ. So I kind of get that was probably going to get fixed. But my problem is the time that it takes. That they leave this for like a year of it happening and then go, oh, I think we should fix that. Well, no, you should have fixed it back in the, the first few weeks before then, so that people didn't invest in it. Yeah, Daddy Big Put, it makes it hard to know which bots to invest in. Yeah, because they're always changing and being wrong. Morgan's put Rampage is a monster. Yeah, it's pretty decent. And Blaine 90's put, but with all the add-ons from the Titan tech tree, he should be doing more damage than what the tooltip tells you. It depends what defense you're targeting. That's the problem. Now Hussein's put an attack G metal core on SG Thundercracker. No. Enhanced ordnance, always enhanced ordnance. If you by attack core, if you mean literally an attack core, then don't. You want an enhanced ordnance. The attack core just increases the damage, the DPS, the the damage it does while walking. Enhanced ordnance increases ability damage. You really want that than an attack core. Tracks Palanca support. I thought the issue with Robust was that the 4-star and 3-star was doing just as much damage as the 5-star. No, the 4-star and 3-star was doing what the 5-star was made for. The 4-star and 3-star version were one-shotting, shock towers, which is ridiculous. That's what it was doing. But the 5-star was doing much more than what it should have been doing. Much more. Grind transport that should be fixed for the release. Very good point. Yeah, but I do understand that, I do understand bugs happen. But just get them fixed quickly. Candyman, how's that 5-star up triangle wasn't? Not even leveled. David Lee's put waiting for Mind Wipe to put in a batch, so I can get it. Yeah, well, he's way behind the rest. Obviously, they need to go in a batch as well, so that's another one. Now Hussein's put THSA gets 2 costlers in Thundercracker. Yeah, it's more useful at high levels when there's certain defenses that need to be taken out, and only he can, to be fair, that's why. Tracks Palanca spot be nice if the tooltip was live and active and showed you how SA can change with that Titan perk. Yeah, it would. I agree with that. Yeah. Berserk's put if a bot works better than the tooltip for years and players are used to it, that's how it should stay. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, if it's been a long time, then maybe it should, because they've let it stay in the meta. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, because sometimes me and you don't see eye to eye with quite a few things, but I actually agree with you on that one. I don't like the idea of it doing more than what it should, but I think once it's been in the meta for so long, then they maybe should change the tooltip to match that. But I also understand that having a 3-star bot that can one-shot, the highest HP defense in Prime League is not kind of right. So I don't know, but I get your point. You got a very valid point there. Khaled McIrons put, given how much you have to put into a bot to get leveled up, they should be careful about changing things at all. Yeah, but you've got to fix other bugs, so you might fix one bug on one bot and that affects another bot. That's the problem. Then they're like, oh shoot. So I kind of get that. Listen, bugs will happen, guys, and I accept that. I do. It will happen, but it needs to be fixed quickly. And I'm talking like the day the bug comes out, it needs to be addressed. Now, it might be a complicated bug, but you can't. I'm not having it for 1 minute that Yanis can't fix the bug within a week. And I know he's doing big projects, but sadly they need to take it to Yanis and go, Yanis, this needs fixing quickly. Because I remember in playtest we had a problem, and Fabian was trying to fix it, and then Fabian went on holiday or something, off and sick or something, he was gone. And Yanis just popped in and just said, hey guys, blah blah blah, stuff about the new content, something. And when he said, yeah, it's bugged because it's doing this and it's broken, and he went, fixed. It was honestly literally like 5 minutes in the chat. It's like, it's fixed it. I was like, what? That was ridiculous. But Yanis is doing the big project. It just seems like he's sort of like, for me, it just seems like he's far away from the new content. Too far away. Berserk, but like the Fireline fiction, I'm bothered. I agree with that as well. I think that was fine. Now Hussein's put, is it worth saving up 5-star combat shards to 5-star weapons? No, I'd get combats with it. I don't think the weapons are that good. There's not a lot to choose from either. I would literally keep getting combats with it. I wouldn't spend them on weapons myself. I wouldn't. When we're getting more weapons, Blade 297, sorry, Blade 297's put, yeah, Fair point. Also, Phil's putting it to refund people on Roadbuster. I don't agree with that. I don't. To be fair, I get it. I get why people are annoyed. But I sort of said this to someone in a chat, I think the other day or somewhere. I said, it's the equivalent of going into a shop and buying something. Say you're buying a loaf of bread. And the loaf of bread is $2. But you get charged 2 cents. And you walk out going, happy days, just got a loaf of bread for 2 cents, bargain. And then that's the equivalent of going back in the shop, asking for that bread again, getting charged $2, and then complaining that you should be charged 2 cents. Well, no, you've paid the dividends of a mistake, and you've paid the dividends and took advantage of it, which is fine. But then you can't ask for a refund because you took advantage of what the bot, was doing more than what it should. And, you can sort of plead a bit of innocence and say that, you didn't know. But sadly, you should sort of know that a bot does X amount of damage and a defense has X amount of health. And if it's killing that, and it shouldn't, but then you should think twice about investing in it, maybe. If a defense is 16k, well, 14k, I think it was 14k, and Robuster's doing 12k and taking it out, then there's something wrong in there. Also what Phil's put, not the same at all. I never got to use him and take advantage. Well, I know, I get it. It's quite sad, really, but yeah. Yeah, Darkline's about the weapons. Go for weapons if you've got all the combats that you want. But I think from the way he's talking, I don't think he has. I don't think he's at that level yet. So I think he'd need to go for combats first, the more important. Big Blade 297 Darkline is right. We can't abuse Robuster's power nearly will. We have to use him sparingly. Yeah, well, you can't use him sparingly, to be fair. He's dropped right down the rankings. Yeah, also Phil says I got a month ago. That's a bit of a killer. It is. Cool. Okay, so next up, let's talk a bit about bundles. This is sort of aimed at newer players. So something sort of hit home in the last event, and I was looking at some of the bundles on offer, and it's sort of like annoying a bit, really, that they're sort of selling these, So looking at the first sort of bundle, so this is the first bundle we're going to look at. So generally, for around $40, you should get 240 cells and 11,000 coins. Now, for me, that is X value. That is the value that you should be getting out of most bundles. The reason for that is once you start adding other things into here, they start watering down the coins. The two most important things in events to level bots are coins and cells. It's the two main things for events that you will need if you're in the top alliance. Yes, you probably need XP cores as well, but you don't need XP cores, but you do need cells and cyber coins regardless. You can do it without XP cores. Not ideal if you're spending that much money in leveling, but you can do it without. But you definitely need fuel cells and cyber coins. Now, there's another bundle that they introduced, and it was this one. And you can see here that for $20, it's 120 cells. So just comparing it to that one, it's half the cells, but coins wise, a lot less coins. So the $40 bundle is actually at around, I think it's around 5,000 coins. So you're getting less than half the coins that you should be doing. And what they do is they add some things into this. So I thought I'd show you this. So this is what they add in. They added 2 golden lagoon cores, a G-metal XP core, 4 gold XP cores, and ore. And they add all this in, and they go, yeah, we're going to add all this sort of stuff in instead of those 5,500 coins. And you think, all right, okay, yeah, this is pretty good value. No, it's not. Now, the reason for that is, I'm just going to play it again. So the problem being is that if we look at the first part of this bundle, And it's not letting me rewind it. Look at the first part of this bundle. So you got cybercoins. Yes, we need cybercoins, but it's half than what we should be using. And they put one available like it's really limited use. Then you got 240 cells. That's fine. $40. That's standard. Then they've had a golden lagoon clause. Now, if this was 2022, I would be saying this is amazing value, guys. You get 2 golden lagoon cores. So what you would generally do, especially in the higher price $100 bundles, is you would try and run it down as fast as you can, but maybe not use it over one day. And so golden lagoon cores with cup was the absolute meta for leveling. But you would have to drop 2 bots. You were always sharing the XP. And that's why if you look at a lot of top players, they've got maxed out cups. Because we were doing golden lagoon coring. They would put the golden lagoon on cup, send it to the HQ and kill the HQ, and you would drop another bot and that they would share the XP. But then we found that once the introduction of Magna Boss, once the introduction of Skyrim, and eventually Ruination, it got a lot easier to level in Zone 15 and get points. And so the Golden Lagoon cores never get used by top players anymore. So they've got very little value. I would honestly say that I have not bought one in maybe 2 years. To give you an idea, I've got 70,000 Shaniks. I could load up on them if I wanted to, but I just don't see any value in them. So they're not worth any value at all. Then we've got a G-Metal XP core. That's great value. It really is. But worth 5,000 coins? I don't think so. We get one free in the Cyber Pass. Just save them up. You know, if you save one every single saga, you can have one event every single saga where you can put a G-Metal XP core on and you can go for it. Now, granted, if you're doing 2 or 3 or 4 events each saga where you're really going for it, you need more G-Metal XP cores, granted. And there's not many ways to get them. But at the sake of coins, I don't really think it's worth it. And then, just to add insult to injury, you had gold XP cores? I have not used a gold XP core in since G-Metal XP cores came out. And that's talking maybe 2 or 3 years ago as well. So, gold XP cores, you generally just put on a bot when you've run out of G-Metal XP cores and you haven't got any G-Metal XP cores, but you still want to level the bot and you go, oh, I'll use a gold then. Not because you want to, because you'd rather use a gold than nothing. But it's nowhere near the level of G-Metal XP core. And then lastly, they've put all 13 in. Now, all 13 is brilliant. Great for leveling bots. But if you're using a combiner in Zone 15, granted, yeah, you might have all the combiners and 10, 20, 30, and then 10, 20, 30 again. You can use each combiner twice over 2 days. So once each day. The main ones being Skyrim, Magna Boss, and Ruination. Outside of that, you kind of struggle to successfully kill anything in Zone 15. So, I think that it's not enough all 13. So, out of this bundle, you're losing 5,000 coins. And for that, you're getting 2 Lagoon cores, which you're not going to use. G-Metal XP core, which is pretty good. Gold XP cores for them when you're not very good. And Ore 13. Now, you can buy Ore 13 with Shaniks. You don't need it. So, if you're going to buy a bundle, just be wary. But if you're looking at bundles, then this is the best bundle to buy. Because not only do you get the 11,000 cyber coins and the 240 fuel cells and the spark, but you actually get 12 more cells. Every cell counts. That's an extra run. It's an extra few hundred points. 550 coins. That's an extra. That's 2 extra full cooldowns of your bots, pretty much. Really good. And you got 15 total spark crystals as well. This is obviously only available in the web store, but still really good value. So for me, if you're buying a bundle, 2 level bots, try and get the most cyber coins and the most fuel cells you can. 11,000 cyber coins, 240 fuel cells for a $40 bundle. That is what you're sort of aiming for if you're spending. Just be cautious, guys, that you don't buy anything with less cyber coins and all this stuff added in. It's not got much value. A bit of value in there, but concentrate on the fuel cells, concentrate on the cyber coins to get the most bang for your buck, without a doubt. Let's see what everyone else has said. Um, uh, Give me 1 minute. What's that? Oh, quick drink. I was gasping. Right, let's have a look. Trackspin Lancaster support. Who wants Golden Lagoon? Like you said, I want coins and FC. Yeah, they should put Golden Lagoons and XP together. Yeah, I don't think that really. Just keep them separate. Don't need them. Yeah, Daddy Pigs put Golden Lagoons are pointless. It just shows that they don't really know, like, what players are doing. Do they still think we're Golden Lagooning? Do they still think we put a Golden Lagoon and a Gmail XP core and with 2 bots and use a combiner as well? That's why the All-13 is in there. I'm honestly, I really don't know. I really think they don't have a clue how we play the game. I really do think that, and that's a frustrating thing. Yeah, Backwards Entertainment, but if you need Golden Lagoons, go and buy them with Shanix. 100%, yeah. It's free compared to using real money. Trackspin Lancaster bot, I might use a gold XP to save a G Metal XP or to get a bot to 60 so I can get the most out of G Metal core from 61 plus. Yeah, but yeah, I've done it in the past where like I've used a G Metal core and 24 hours I ran out and it's been like a few million short and I thought I might as well use a gold because I've got loads of them just on a, you know, to get that 3 million out, so I'm not using twice as many cells or coins just to make it a bit more efficient. But not for the majority, for the 99% of it, I'm using a G Metal XP core. It's ordered to finish off if I run out of time. Back when Entertainment says don't spend coins on cooldowns, buy on fuel charges, you'll get more points that way. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute for newer players, but it depends. Berserk, but I just don't buy bundles. Yeah, to fair, yeah. Big Blades, but I can't wait for Mirage Legacy 5-star event. That is when for the first time I'll push for the 5-star. Decent. Berserk put $40 and buy a full price game with 40 plus hours of entertainment or 7 months of a subscription. Yeah, that's the way these games go. Sadly. Yeah, you're not wrong. Voodoo kickbacks, but never bought a field window, but I bought the Bruscus Gate one. Yeah, fair enough, yeah. But some would argue that Bruscus is one of the worst combats in the worst combiners in the game, so why bother doing that even? So, and Trackpad access to the sport, we can't even use the I can't see because the lab to upgrade silver XP goes to gold and gold to metal. Yeah, fair point. I think it should be able to really, but yeah. But yeah, I'll go back to Backwards Entertainment's thing about don't spend coins on cooldowns. It depends what you're doing. So if you're going for pure points only and you're playing an event and you're not really bothered about leveling bots, you're concentrating on points, then yeah, use your coins to buy fuel. So what you would do is you would load up as many teams as you can and you go bang, 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 bang. Go through all the teams, get yourselves down to 0 and then just buy fuel and then wait for the cooldown to come round and then keep going. If you load up and you've got all these, because obviously not everyone has, but if you've got all 18, generally, if you've got 18 teams set up and you're not using a combiner and you go into a high zone and doing the battles, and they take about 2 or 3 minutes each, what you could do is you could keep battling, and then by the time you got to number 18, by the time you got to that, number 1 should pretty much be ready to go again, unless you're rushing. But if you're just taking your time and generally playing, you got to 18 and you'll be able to start again because it's about a 3-minute battle, give or take. So you can just keep playing and buying more fuel. The problem with that is that the XP that you're getting is being shared between all the bots you have. So for example, I've got all the I just thought it was pretty cool to put all the Computron bots together. So I've got all the bots there. So to give you an idea how this works, just for newer players. So we've got here 34,000 XP. Let's call it 30k, just to round it up. Now if I drop all 5 bots, they get 30k each. Yeah? If I drop one bot, you get 30k times 5. So you get 150k for that one bot. If I drop 2 bots, I get 30k XP times by 5, but then divided by 2 because I've dropped 2 bots. So you can sort of do that calculation to work out how much XP you'll get for each bot you drop. Now if you're doing it the way the backwards sort of said, nothing wrong with that. But you'll find that your XP is being split between 8 bots or 7 bots or whatever bots you drop. And then you times that by 18 teams, your bots are not really going to get leveled much in that event. You're going to find they might get 1 million XP for the event or something, or 2 million XP or something stupid like that. Very, very minimal. Whereas if you're just dropping one bot and you're using a fuel cell and you're doing a high level base with a combiner, yeah, using a lot of resources, but you can literally get maybe 2 bots from level, I'd say levels, if you're going to use skips as well, if you're going to use the lab skips, you can get 2 bots from level 50 to 70 easily off a $40 bundle. You can get 2 bots to max from level 51 to 70 easily with a $40 bundle. You can, because you're getting literally what, 2.5 million XP per battle, I think, maybe 2 million XP, something around that. Drop in one bot and a combiner, so you can imagine how much 2 million XP loads up very quickly. But like I said, you can get more in a few battles doing that one bot. Now again, yeah, if you want to level every single bot in your arsenal, then it depends what you play for. If you play for wars and you want to get your war team up as quick as possible, then I would literally pick 1 or 2 bots that are important to you and get them leveled and use your coins for them 2 bots. It's about, I think it's about 60 coins for 2 bots. I might be wrong. Is that 60 for 1? I can't remember now, but it's very cheap anyway for coins wise to coin the 2 bots. It's the fuel cells that cost quite a bit, like 1,200 I think, for 75 cells if you get the pass. So it gets quite costly for the cells, but it's very effective for leveling a couple of bots. If you're leveling all your bots, you don't really focus on wards, you're just trying to do events and get points and get rewards. We'll talk about this the other day. It's up to you. It's not my cup of tea. You know, I play this game for wars. That's my number 1 aim. Would you do that? Then yeah. And people said, like, you know, you're being too drastic and too critical of Ryan Pax. He's not going to be a war bot. He never was. He's a zone 15 bot, whatever. And I was like, I've got loads of zone 15 bots. I really don't need another zone 15 bot. But I get some people might. But then, do they need the 5-star version? Because you could probably use the 4-star version for exactly the same. So why go for the 5-star version? So I sort of disagree with that, personally. I don't see why you're going to do all them points go for the 5-star if you're not going to be warring in the top alliances. It's kind of a waste, really. But I get there's people that play this game like Pokemon, just trying to collect them all, I suppose. So I kind of get that. Yeah, Calvin's put, I would use my XP because they weren't time based. Yeah, yeah, didn't need to be, don't they, really? Traxxas Sport, if I concentrate on points over XP, I would just use my combiner only to save coins to refresh my FC. Yeah, that's a good point. It's a very good point. Yeah, you would not drop any bots at all. Manira Hussein, good to see you. Thanks for joining. Good night. Big Blade. Oh, Voodoo Kickback Spot. What do you think a 5-star Fellback will release soon for Lionel Kaiser? Well, we're going to talk about my next batch, what I think will be in it soon. So, yeah. Luke B has put, personally, I'd rather buy a $250 bundle of fuel cells and 15k coins because I'm on leaderboard. I'm just spamming battles with 2 bots. Yeah, but you understand you can get the $250 bundle. 15k coins is not a lot. You get 30k, you get 30,000 coins with the $100 bundle. That's a massive waste. You want the most cells and coins you can get. Yeah, Grandstan's put 40 coins per bot when over 60. Is it 60 coins per bot then eventually? Like high levels, I think so. Luke B is very expensive to do level 1 to 70 in a few hours. Not really. Not really. I've done it. I can get 2 bots. Like I said, $40. I can get 2 bots. Not get all the points out for that, but yeah. In terms of XP, it's the most efficient. Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, Darklands, if the heal range was bigger, that would be useful. 100% agree. I've said this. If the range was better, they'd be half decent. The range is awful, though. It doesn't fit the purpose. Doesn't even reach gunners. And I had someone hit me up saying, like, oh, yeah, but you put it on the Combiner because the Combiner's got high DPS and that heals your bots even more. And I was like, and they sort of said, like, you know, you should have tested that, and that's how everyone thinks it's going to be used. And I was like, that's very niche. Use it on Combiner and only be able to use it in one sort of aspect, or use it on an outpost bot. That's very niche. And 2, it still doesn't reach your gunners, regardless of what you put it on. So I disagree with that completely. Yeah, also what Phil's put, you drop 1 bot per attack to get the XP while maximizing points. That's what I think. That's how I do it. That's exactly how I do it. Granted, what highest I've seen is 40 coins. Oh, yeah, I might have wrong then. It's been a while since I've done it, to be fair. Metabear's put, I pulled 4-star Deluge, which is Beachcomber. What's your combat preference? For defense, defensive combat, because it's only got on defense, really. Lube Bead, but I want to get 15k fuel cells. 15,000 fuel cells? You mustn't even mean buying them with coins, surely, because you don't get 15,000 fuel cells with $250, do you? I'm trying to work this out now. You got me thinking about it now. So you get 204, so quite two. You get 500 with $100. You get 2,500 fuel cells, not 15,000, unless you mean with coins. I don't know. Yeah, Dark Answers, but full squad is 320. Yeah, no one does that though, surely. Like the absolute whales. Yeah, Luke Beast put it's expensive because you coin all the research. I don't, you see. I get my bots to level 51 in preparation because I plan what bots I'm going to level months before, a month before. I get my bot to 51, whatever bots it is. Then I get them to 60, put them in the lab. Then I use one of the skips, the research skips, to 61, and then I keep leveling them again. That's how I do it with my leveling, just to save coins. All my coins and cells go straight into the bot. I'm very what's the word? I always do this. I'm very efficient, very economic with my cells and my coins. JB Carpenter's bot. I've done every endurance until the last 2. I haven't done 1 yet. I haven't done... Oh no, I'm lying. I've done 1, which is Brawn. Brawn's the only endurance I've done because I liked Brawn. And I like Brawn as a bot as well, because G1 bot in it. So yeah. Yeah, Candyman's put the XP bundles. Want to give you half the coins? Yeah, stay well away. Stay well away. If you get half the coins, don't bother with it, honestly. Hamburger D16 just isn't worth $40. $40 maybe is worth it. It's the time more for me as well. The $40 and the time, nah, not worth it at all. But again, we'll talk about that later on as well. Oh, Luke Beeson, he'd like to get 15,000 cells. Yeah, that ain't happening. That's not happening. Fuel cells and coins are 2 of the things that they're really careful. I was really surprised in the past introduced this cell boost. I was really shocked because they're really careful around coins and cells. So yeah, I was quite surprised. Okay, cool. Alright, next up, the next 5-star batch. So obviously nothing's been announced. Space Saber not sort of said anything about the next batch, but around this time where everyone sort of pulled, well not everyone, but a lot of the top players have pulled the previous batch and started leveling them and maxing them out in these endurance events and these legacy events, people start questioning what's the next batch going to be, what's it going to be like. And as a content creator, we like to sort of play a bit of a guessing game on what we think is going to be in the batch, and then sort of see, who gets the closest. So this one's going to be no different. But nowadays, it's a bit easier to predict these batches for certain criteria. So all the endurance bots are starting putting in batches. Now, Space Ape have said they don't want people really waiting a year. They don't think it's fair. So Blue Streak came out around November 2023. And so I think the 5-star batch will come out before that. So I reckon around October time we'll probably see a 5-star batch. How they're going to do that and fit it in, we don't know yet, but I feel like that's when we're going to get it. So I feel like Blue Streak and Leo Prime, they're the next two endurance bots in the line to come out. So I feel like they're going to be the next two bots in this batch. I think they're both going to be good additions. Blue Streak and Leo Prime as they are. I think they're quite easy. Just put them in the batch. Job done. Next up, I think they're going to start putting legacy bots in these batches, because they can't leave it too long without getting them. And so I feel like they're going to put 5-star Huffer in this batch as well. They also can't put Drift in there because Drift is already in batch 2. So I feel like they're going to put Huffer in there. So I think that you're already going to have Blue Streak Leo Prime and you're going to have Huffer in there. And that's a bit of a problem for top players, because this new batch is going to come out. I sort of said this, that new players, when these batches are going out, are going to go, oh, there's only maybe 2 bots that I can go for, because you've gone and done all these endurance events and all these legacy events. So I think that top players can write them free off, as they've already got them probably, and those 3 are going to save you a pull. 3 decent bots. I don't think anything in there is crazy. We've got 1 gunner there, 2 special bots. We've seen that before, quite a few special bots. We've seen 3 in some bots, in some batches where we've got 3 special bots in there. So I think Huffer, Blue Streak, Leo Prime. For the cons, that is Wild Rider, Predacon, Inferno, and Lockdown for the cons. So we're on to the next 2. So one is a community choice, and another one is something that Space Ape will choose. Now, let me know in the chat which ones you think will be coming next, if you had a choice. And so, when I was sort of choosing this, I had to think about the direction that Space Ape are going in the game. I had to think about bots that wouldn't need much of an upgrade, really, because I don't think they've got the time to work on these bots too much. So I think it had to be a bot that was quite easy to fit in the batch. We're seeing these batches coming out with not a lot of things happening and changing to them. So I feel like the next up will be... Oh, well, someone's put nose cone, actually. Oh, yeah, I forgot about nose cone, actually. Oh, yeah, good point. So with nose cone there, yeah. I forgot about nose cone. But I think it's a bit more interesting. So, yeah. So, going back on that. So, yeah. So, we'll have Blue Streak, we'll have Leo Prime, and we'll have Nose Cone and Drill Horn, actually. We won't have Huffer in this batch. So, we'll have a Warrior, we'll have Blue Streak, and we'll have Leo Prime. So, Nose Cone will be a decent addition. So will Blue Streak, so will Leo Prime. No Huffer. Interesting. So, like I said, I was looking at what direction they're going in terms of Space Ape, in terms of new content, in terms of easy bots to put in there, and I felt like it had to be a combiner bot. And I was thinking, right, okay, which are the best combiners in the game? So, best combiner in the game is obviously Ruination God Neptune. They're already 5-star versions. Job done. A lot of people use Computron, Laukaiser on defense. Got a 5-star version of those. Job done. So I feel like the next, well, not Laukaiser actually. No, I think we're still missing one for Laukaiser. So maybe it gets hard, doesn't it? But okay. But the problem I've got is the community vote. There's more Autobots than Decepticons in terms of the community vote. So I feel like the community vote is going to be Trailbreaker. So Trailbreaker and Exhaust will probably be the community vote. So then we've got Blue Streak, we've got Leo Prime, and we've got Nose Cone Drillhorn, and then we've got Trailbreaker and Exhaust. And then I actually think, I was going to choose someone else, but I actually think that the last addition to equal it out will actually be Velbat and Chromia as a 5-star version. And so we'll have Velbat and Chromia as a special, Trailbreaker Exhaust as a warrior, we'll have Nose Cone Drillhorn as a warrior, we'll have Leo Prime and Predacon Inferno as special bots, and we'll have Blue Streak and Wild Rider as a gunner. That's what I think will be in the next batch. What do you guys think? Is that a decent batch? Would you go for that batch? Any bot in there particularly you think you would go for? Any particular bot you think you would avoid out of those batches? Do we need another Russian bot like Nosecone when we've got Pipes and we've got Slug and Rampage, bots like that already in the game, Ironhide as well, and loads of bots. So let me know what you guys think of that batch, and put it in the comments, and then we'll wait and see what's basic put with and see how close we are. But yeah, thanks for the heads up with Nosecone. I forgot all about Nosecone actually. I thought it was Hoffer and Lockdown. So yeah. Yeah, Candyman's put Exhaust in the next batch 100%. Yeah, I agree. I think it's a Trailbreaker. I really do. Candyman's put Skywalk, please. Yeah, I thought about that. I think that they're considering about Skywarp. I think they're going to really struggle once they get through the combiners, because they're going to get... I think in this case, because we've got Trailbreaker and Exhaust, and we've got a bot that's a combiner but not Exhaust that's not, I think they'll put Chromia and Felbat in to equal it out, so they've both got a bot and a con, one of each. And then we've got obviously Compton and Lycaiser as the next combiners then on defense, you know, big, well, used on defense. And then we've also got obviously Skyrain. So then it'll be now Galvatronus, I think, some of them bots that will have to do to equal it out, I think. But I think that naturally, I think the community will vote for Trailbreaker. I really do. Christopher Hooper, thanks for joining us. But hey, Wozza, I need to stop making the 5-star bots the one that sucks. Cliff Jumper as a 5-star, really shaking head. What has that been announced? I don't know. Daddy Pay Bulkhead would be awesome. Yeah, I agree. I like Bulkhead. Yeah. Hamburger Deluge is coming next. No, definitely not. It's definitely going to be Blue Streak, maybe Leo Prime, and then Beachcomber and Deluge will be in the next one after that. So you're talking maybe January, February for Deluge and Beachcomber, which will be about 10 months after their release, which is about right, I think. Yeah. Yeah, backwards and sabers put, yeah. About Chromia, yeah, I agree. Stingers put Cup. I don't think so. I really don't. We've asked them for so long. I don't see why they wouldn't now, but I don't think they will. And no one's going to vote for it, I don't think. Trax Pelancas put, they keep talking about Streetwise every time they mean Lightspeed. That's a good point. Streetwise will complete Defense Sub. Will Twin complete Abominus? Will he? I think. Don't know. Yeah, Jack's plenty of Lancaster's put what about Galvatronus? Yeah, but if it's a community vote, it doesn't matter if it's a combiner bot on one side, not the other. It's a community vote, so the community will vote for it. You know, and don't forget the Autobots vote for Trailbreaker stroke exhaust. It's not like we vote for Trailbreaker and they vote for someone else. Yeah, they might vote for someone else, but do you know what I mean? Like, we vote for Trailbreaker and exhaust. If of all the Autobots voted for Trailbreaker and all Decepticons voted for a different bot, you would get Trailbreaker and exhaust because that's the con alternative. Plain and simple. So the Autobots have more of a say in what the cons are going to get, sadly. So I think they kind of stuck. See, Velastra has put I want Blue Streak, need to. Very good bot. Christopher Hooper's put need Gears in the game. Yeah, he's long overdue. I think there was a toy of Gears as well, so there's a reason to do it. Yeah, 5-star Skywalker would be pretty cool. I do agree with that. Yeah. Kind of McIntyre's but community vote will be another combiner piece. Yeah, see, that's the problem that we all complain about it and go, why is the community picking another combiner piece? And then it comes to it, and we'll all choose combiner pieces anyway. If we really wanted to not do it and influence it, then get together and go, no, we're not going to vote for combiner pieces, we're going to vote for something different. But you can vote for combiner pieces, but like Yannis said, it will not make them come out any quicker. They'll come out when they come out. Yeah, Voodoo kickbacks, but as a con exhaust would not be ideal. But I get the box once finished Skywing, so yeah. David Lee's put plus Mindwipe as a legacy bot. David Lee's put, I think, Mindwipe because we normally get one jet per batch. Do you think so? I'm willing to bet we don't. Go on the common because it's easier. Yep. Special, healer, warrior. No jet. That's got one jet in it. There's no batch as well with no jet in it, I'm sure. Is this one? Yeah. Special, gotta. No jet. Jet. Or airbot. No airbot. So not always, you know, we don't always have airbots. No airbots, so sadly not always. Yeah, Trackman Lancaster Sport, they won't give us 5-star up and track, sadly. I know. Sadly. Sinner Twins part. Yeah, I know Sinner Twins part of Abominus, but will Sinner Twin complete Abominus? I don't think he will. Let's have a quick look. No, let's go into here, won't we? Let's have a look. Where's Abominus? Where's Abominus? Yeah, because we haven't got Cutthroat. So yeah. Yeah. Not a chance. Eventually, but not yet. Christopher Hooper, Trailbreaker sucks. I know, but people vote for these bots, sadly. Hellraiser buying a bot should be removed from community vote. That's pretty much removing most bots. Darklands 75 just needs to be normal. I know, but they've got to have a reason to buy the pass, haven't they? Cyclones will be a legacy bot for God. I think so too. I think Cyclonus and Powerglide will be a legacy bot. I really do. I think I've heard Dale speak about them, so I really do think so, yeah. Darklands, Lowe's Cone was out for the Prime, yeah. You playing catch up? I did say that. I think you're playing catch up, mate. Cool. Next up. So, let's have a look at Lightspeed and ironbison. Now, I have a bit of a confession to make. That, sadly, so what happened in test is, so, Dale is stuck on Lightspeed and ironbison popping outposts. That's what the playtesters have asked for. Me, personally, I wouldn't have him popping outpost. Because I realised, when I was in test for so long, I realised that if you ask for one thing, you won't get something else. And so some playtesters are now saying that, oh, give him more damage. He will not get more damage. He won't. They're saying, oh, give him much damage to sort of kill a one shot like Firefly. It's not going to happen. He's a warrior. You know, look at any warrior in the game. They don't have that sort of one shot really capability as such. So they're not going to give him that damage now. He's got, I wanted enough damage to kill a Billbot, and they wouldn't even give him that. So they want to make him pop outposts. But when they sort of, I showed this last time when I did my stream 2 weeks ago. I meant to say last week, but 2 weeks ago. I showed this that it was popping outposts inconsistently. He was sort of rushing in and popping some on the way, but not near the final target, things like that. And Dale's finding it really difficult to solve. And so what they're thinking about doing is that he rushes in and leaves a hollow, some kind behind. Now, if they rush in and they leave a hollow of the car for a split second, I think that might look pretty cool. It looks like he's that fast that he's sort of left a hollow behind. But I think the idea is that that's the only way they can get it to pop outposts is by doing that. And by rushing in and leaving a hollow and rushing out again, I just think it's very much the same what we've already got of hollows popping outposts. And it's just kind of boring, I think. I don't see that as where the bot goes. So at the minute, you dash into combat and gain 200% health, which is fine. Yeah, great. Based on your max health for 8 seconds. I feel like 8 seconds is not a long time. Again, we spoke about this previously, but when you compare this to other bots, you know, of at least having 12 seconds and new content is better than old content, I would expect it to be 15 seconds. And then retreat, blinding targets you dash through, which is fine for 12 seconds. I feel like 12 seconds is not a long time either when you look at a lot of abilities that are 20 seconds or so. The final target, you deal 4,500 damage. I just feel like that's not a lot of damage either. And then at 25% health with the G1, you go back in time to location and health you had 10 seconds ago. It's like a vector. But this gets 2 uses. Now, I think the G1 is very good. I like that G1. Gives him a lot of survivability where he doesn't have quite the health. What we talked about, other bots and gets in trouble. But there's no counter for that dash. But a 3+2, it's a cheap use to begin with, but it gets expensive. You've got 3, then you for 12 seconds, 5 for another 12 seconds, 7, 9, 11. It gets really expensive. So I said that this should be 3+0, or it should be more time, or I should do more damage. I just feel like this bot, and we've talked about this in the past, other bots, that it does a lot of things alright, but doesn't do anything great. You know, and I don't even like the fact that it pops outposts and leaves a hollow for a split second, because I've said that what will happen then is your bots will straight away get targeted with the abilities. At least with a hollow, normally you can drop a hollow, depending on the damage around it, and the bots will target the hollow, keeping the abilities away from your team. I just don't see the direction where this is going. I think it's some bad choices from the testers, I'm honest with you. I don't think leaving a hollow and rushing in, rushing out, popping outpost. Yeah, you want another outpost popper, but I don't think this is it. If it popped outpost really well and did loads of damage to target, then... But then is that just kind of drift maybe? I don't know. I just feel like, again, the health increase is good, but not amazing. 80 seconds is not a long time. Blind attack for 12 seconds isn't that long a time. 4,500 damage is not that much time. So nothing really stands out. The G1's looking really good. But what really concerns me is that when we got this in playtest, it wasn't quite sort of finalised, and Dale said, well, to fix it, we need to pump out a different version of playtest. So what happens there is that they sort of update it in the background and they create change and then they push it out to us. Now that update was not working. It was kind of corrupt. And so the playtesters were all saying like they can't get into the game, the new update they've got is not downloading right and not giving it open. And then the apes go away for a week to Gamescom. Now, I'm fine with going Gamescom. But you just got to think that when they set these sagas out, surely they haven't decided last week that they're going to Gamescom. Surely this was planned months ago. Surely they said, listen, in August, Dale, we want you to go to Gamescom in 4 months' time. Book it off, make sure you've got nothing planned, go and book your flights, and make sure you're free for that 5 days. Now, they then, knowing that, plan an endurance where they know they've struggled for time. They plan an endurance a week after they're away. Now, this now is the key time to make all the changes to the bot and get it out. So I can say to you guys, next weekend, this is what you're going for. This is what you're getting. Bang. Done. And you can go and make your choice. Ideally, probably last week or week before. But this is the last chance we've got. Because next week, next Thursday, if I'm sat in a stream, and let's just say that next week, Dale comes back to work and it makes the 200% health 15 seconds, the blind in 15 seconds, and gives it 8k damage. I'm like, wow, this bot is amazing with the G1, unbelievable. By Thursday, it's too late. We've already made our decisions on whether we're going for this bot or not. So you're making your assumptions on this bot from what I'm telling you right now. And I'm telling you right now that even I don't really know how it's going to work because playtest's not working right. And it just shows again some really poor scheduling decisions. Listen, you could have easily swapped the combat around or done something else and put this event in another place. And I said that they said, listen, Lightspeed is not ready. They're pushing it back to the next saga. And I said, listen, I'm fine with that. But they probably should have pushed it back even further because it's not ready yet and everyone's away on holiday this week. You know, it's kind of disappointing, like I said, that we're in this predicament again, that we keep sort of saying this, that it's last minute, it's not ready, we can't really show it, it's not finalised, and it isn't. So, all I would say is that, in terms of the bot itself, I'm not happy with it. But I'm actually thinking about going for it, weirdly enough. Because as I sort of mentioned, if nose cone is going to be in the next batch, and I've already got strafe, and I've already got scatter shot, I only need these bots to complete Computron now. And if I can get nose cone, I can get lightspeed. I've completed him. But also next week, I really want to try this new Mayhem event. I want to be able to try it and give you guys a proper insight into it. I don't think it's fair for me to sort of say to you guys, this is how good this event is, this is how it works, if I'm not prepared to go and play it myself and see how it actually runs. So I think that no matter what the bot's like, I'm going to run this Mayhem event, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you should, unless you really want lightspeed as part of the combiner. So if you're going for the combiner and the new Mayhem event, then yeah, go for it. But I maybe wouldn't level it. That's the point I'm trying to make. Go and get the bot. Maybe leave it at level 1 for the time being. It's because it's not really going to do much in terms of a bot. I think it's quite poor. But you can't just complete a combiner, sadly. So I can see a lot of people going for this, but not for the right reasons. That it's a good bot worthy of leveling. So let me know in the comments what you think. I mean, we've not really showed much today. We've sort of showed it in the past and it's no different. And we can't really show it because that's not what it's going to do when it's finalised. And we'll show you next Thursday. And it's very last minute. You've got to make that choice. So sadly, I think you've got to make the choice blind on this one. On whether you're going for the bot for the wrong reasons or not. Christopher Hooper's but lightspeed is worthless. I kind of agree, to be fair. Voodoo Kickback Spot, they keep delaying it. First time I'm going for a 5-star. Really excited. Sorry to sort of curb your enthusiasm. Tracks by Lancaster, I'm so tired of hollows. Yeah, me too. Christopher Hooper's bot, they need to give this bot better ability, not worthless ability. I mean, new bots should have better abilities, not worthless ability. Yeah, I agree. Metabear, does Lightspeed have dual cores? No, I believe not. No. Darklands reckons they need another 5-star airbot. Well, I don't think we're going to get it this time around, I don't think, personally. Christopher Hooper, please, newer bots should have different abilities, not abilities similar to older bots. 100%. 100% agree with that. 100 million %. Something different. Hamburger, think the 5-star worth it? Well, what I just said. Berserk to give him a speed image hollow. Oh, I'm sure there's a bot. Does that, is there? I think, actually. Tracks by Lancaster, but why we need this bot? I could save money and just keep coining 1 or 2 teams of bots in Prime League. Way more cost effective. Their marketing sucks. Well, yeah. Kind of same feeling. Christopher Hooper's put, Dale needs to actually play at higher levels, then he might understand what playtesters are saying about the bot being good or bad. It just play at a decent level, to be fair. I think Dale plays more than most other players. But I think that's not the problem. I think that the problem stems from the idea that these are not meant to be war bots. They're meant to be okay bots, but not war bots. But the problem being is that now we've got nose cone in the batch, people are going to be expecting him to be a war bot. Now, I think nose cone is. But when you get Huffer in this batch, people are going to ask him to be buffed, I think, to make him a war bot. And I'm just going over our content again. And I think they'll sort of realise then that, you know. Candyman's put, I can't see myself using this bot other than for Zen farming. If that. Tracks by Lancaster support, as much as I don't want him, I'm going for 2 reasons. 1, it will complete Computron. 2, the Mayhem mode seems to make it easier and cheaper to do. Might one small $20 bundle. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Yeah. Daddy Pig, do you think it'll be available in store for a sensible price? Hopefully not before the event starts this time. Wow. Samurai Ace, do you remember me? I don't think so. Samurai Ace. I don't know. It doesn't ring a bell. I don't know. When was the last time you were in the stream? Was it a while ago? Andrew Stevenson's put, exactly, bad timing going for these bots without knowing how good they are is annoying. And organising alliance is not easy. Very time consuming. Went for Orion Pack's last event, but it's just okay bot. Yeah, I agree, it's okay. Tracks by Lancaster, but Mayhem mode makes no sense since it will cut their bottom line of not spending too much money on folks. Yeah, but I think the idea is that instead of, you know, maybe 300 people spending $100, there'll be 600 people spending 50 or something or whatever it is. I think the idea, like I said, like I agree with this because you don't want less players spending more money. If you had a choice, trust me, between 10 whales spending $1,000 each for $10,000 or $10,000 spending $1 each, you want the 10,000 players spending $1. Because if you lose 10 players out of 10,000, you lose $10, you're not going to notice it. Where if you lose just one whale, it's going to be crippling. So you want more players spending. That's what you want. Tracks by Lancaster, but if they could make every bot Cybertron what are worth it, then we could figure a way to make it work in PL. Yeah. Yeah. I get there's going to be some bots that are a bit better than others. I kind of get that. Not every bot is going to be the meta bot, but it should just have an edge to it. You know, if this bot can take out Billbot, then it's got a use. But it's a warrior. Do you want Slingshot to take out Billbots, or do you want a warrior to take out Billbots and get a bit closer? I just think it's a different choice. If it had, you know, Slingshot has the acid of fire again. It's a different bot. You know, if this bot took out Billbot, which is what I would use it for, if it could, for, you know, reducing damage by rushing in a decent area and doing damage to Billbots. That's how I would use it personally. But yeah. Carolyn's put, I don't think you're spending less money. I think you're spending less time. But you have a leaderboard, you might be people spending more for the new game mode. Well, you could argue you're spending more if you're spending your fuel cells faster. You'll go through them faster. But then again, you've got more free-to-play time to do points, so maybe you're spending less. Like I said, it's going to be interesting with this new game mode, and that's why I want to do the game mode, just so I can sort of be a judge myself. I've done loads of events, and generally I'll buy a $40 bundle. Sorry, for my event. So I can judge by that I'm spending $40-50 and doing the event. I should be able to get, you know, a decent amount of points. Darklands support. Everyone should have a choice, a chance for PL with the right setup or another bot. Change dynamic of the group use. Yeah, agreed. Metal Hawk is a new Billbot killer. Really? I mean, what? Metal Hawk. What's his cost? 3 + 3. Yeah. Yeah, nah. Yeah, where's the innovation? Andrew Stevens support, agreed. Trappalanka support, new meta, lightspeed, pipe, slug, ironhide, iron packs, and rhinox with Sandy and Springer. Nah. You know Hound is still good at killing billbots. Yeah, but it's expensive again. Like, you know, are you really going to use Hound? You know, for killing billbots when you know that what cost is it? 6 + 2? Nah. Nope. I can use Smokescreen at 6 + 0. So it needs 2 hits. It needs 2 shots with Smokescreen. That's 6 + 0, and that's expensive. So nah. If you've got 2 billbots in close proximity, then maybe use Hound, but nah. Granted, but whenever they do release a metabot, they end up needing it. Oops, I mean fixing it. So isn't as good. Well, yeah, maybe, yeah. Fair point. Yeah. I think I'm gonna do last of it all. I sort of talked about Leo Prime and how I might use him. I've just been messing about with something, so I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna use him anyway. And what I've been toying with at the minute, what I've been testing with, and it's the kind of team I've been doing. I want to run like a fire and acid team or just a fire team. That's what I'm playing around with, and I thought that I'd show you guys what I've been sort of doing, playing around with. Yeah, down on support Blue Street for Billbot Killer. Yeah, but it's not widely available yet, is it? So yeah, let's do this. I have to do this because on the test, if you have one bot on the screen and it dies, then the game stops. Lost my healer. But there you go, look, we're using abilities, look at that. The base is pretty much gone. I really actually like Goldfire in this instance, honestly. It's actually really good if you can avoid the mines. And another surprise, what I've sort of done with this team is I am running loads of Big Daddies. You can see there, look at all them Big Daddy streams coming in. And honestly, they literally, look at that, rip through all the outpost spots. And I've been wondering about a alternative to try and, you know, combat Beachcomb and Deluge with the Reflect, and I think these guys are absolutely amazing. Honestly, the amount of damage they do is ridiculous. And then look, I've not even used this bot here, but we can do a bit of acid over here, do a bit of acid over there. We've got 2 Zors as well doing damage. Just lots of minions, lots of fire, lots of acid, lots of damage against combiners and stuff. kill this guy over here. He's done my head in. Oh, he's already gone now. What billboards have we got? We can take that out over there like that, and then we can do that. Listen, it's job done, isn't it? And sometimes that was quite bad because I lost my heal actually quite early. And don't forget, on the test server, like I said, I've got to drop them all at the same time. But you see them big daddies walking round. Really cool. 3 big daddies. So yeah, that's sort of what I'm toying with. You know, a real like sort of smash and grab, so to speak. So yeah, if you've got all them bots, then go and give it a try. All that fire damage and all that sort of damage around an area along with ruination just clears areas. Obviously, you've got to watch out for hacking. So put on anti-hack bot on your Goldfire. Watch out for mines. Obviously, mine dependent. But yeah, I'm sure there's a use for it somewhere. Tracks pen Lancaster, but now I'm going to have to go and come back and watch this replay. I wasn't paying close attention and half the base is gone. Yeah, I know. That's crazy about it. Darkman's still working up the fire acid team you suggested in April. Yeah, that's honestly what I've been toying with, and that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for Leo Prime. Once I get Leo Prime above 60, I am running a fire team, and I'm gonna maybe even step up to a higher alliance again. And that's why I can't wait for this new batch, because I actually might give it a go and really test this fire team in, you know, Prime hard mode with these big daddies and things like that. I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's really effective from what I've been trying. So maybe not Goldfire. I'm not too sold on Goldfire yet. I don't know. Goldfire is an important part, but then mines really kill him. So scouting's a real big thing about the mines, maybe. But I don't know yet. I don't know. There's a lot of mines as well with HQ18. So maybe there's another bot that I can use. I put Vector on him just in case. But didn't really need him there, to be fair. But I put Vector on him in case he catches a mine. Depends on how much damage he's getting. But interesting though, definitely without a doubt. But maybe there's another bot we could use, say the Goldfire. Put suggestions in the chat if you think there's another bot from Goldfire. Let me know. Tracks Palanca's bot doesn't matter if it's a test server in base trout. It's the same. You lose one bot, you drop only game over. And, yeah, in the main server. Okay, I didn't know if I was a test server, but yeah. Antenna's bot was a likes big daddies, and they cannot lie. Who doesn't like big daddy? Yeah, Darkness bot Leo Prime is a killer with skids and scattershot. Leo Prime's range is insane. Yeah, his ability was always good. It was the fact he was a melee bot. It was one of the first melee bots, wasn't it, really, that came out? Because all the ones before that were awful. But since that, we've had so many good melee bots. We've had Optimus's buff. We've had Roadbuster. So we've got kind of getting a thing now of decent melee bots that I can sort of look past it now. Robin Armstrong put like maybe Slug. Yeah, there's a lot of FFDs around as well, so not anyone that depends on a shield either. Yeah, Ultimo is boss. Yeah, he is good, but yeah, I think that there's so many compartments to that. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I can go for it again if you want me to. I'll tell you what I'll do. Let me just do this a minute. Let's do this. Let me put my bots in order on what I want to drop them. There we go. Right, let's do it properly this time. Tracks per Lancaster spot, you can come back to Cyanide Brian Tan spot. It's bacon. No thanks. I'll stick out a side for now. I've dropped him too high. There we go. I still lost my heal. Every time. But look, by this point, should be dropping a bit sooner, but I'm always scared about popping the combiner. If it's, obviously I know it's not, but I want to put it in like a realistic situation. I don't want to put the combiner and it'd be loud counters and it hacks my bots then. Ah well. Never mind. But you get the idea. The idea, like I said, is get rid of all the base and then use Big Daddy. I like Big Daddy and I cannot lie. It's so bad. Look at that, it literally melts combiners, but I'm a bit disappointed that. Bit disappointed that's my healer. Most of the bots would have stayed alive if I kept my healer. Oh, great. And here comes Leo Prime to save the day. And there you go, you get the idea. To be fair, how quickly I'm losing my healer, I probably do no heal on this. Sunstreaker put Goldfire rediscovery. Maybe. I've always got a bit of a soft spot for Goldfire. I loved him for quite a while. Leo in Slingshot is a cluster buster. Yeah, maybe. How do you think a hollow minion team would pan out? Go and give it a try, let me know. And all combat being Big Daddy and Zoro. That's pretty much what I've done there. Yeah. Microphone on pipes. Yeah. Anna Stevenson, I've got 4-star Leo for ages. Thought it was just okay. His G1 G metal leveling up and ability damage. Then he's like, he's not too bad now. Yeah, it's decent. Yeah. Tracks for Lancaster, but side note, I only got 2 back-to-back ads right in the beginning of the stream before you started saying hello to everyone in the stream. I think you got the ads right. Good. Goldfire kills your healer. Healer should drop the healer after that. Ah, that's a fair point. I didn't think about that. Thanks, backwards. That's a fair point. That's what's happening, isn't it? So he's rushing off, and then the healer's running off, and that's what's happening. Yeah. Well, like I said, I would normally just use Goldfire. And then, you know. Leo Prime's on my War Team Kingdom, that's but decent. Cool. Well, last thing before we go is just, again, mention the giveaway. Don't forget, next Thursday, live in stream, we'll be giving away loads of prizes. So we'll literally, just got it written down here, they're quick. So we're literally going to be giving 2 times 500 5-star shards just for someone that's commented on one of my videos released between last Saturday and next Thursday. We're going to be pumping out loads of content over the next week to give people plenty of chances. And listen, I don't want one entry per video, but you can go and comment on every single video if you want, guys, to have a chance at every single video that I've done. So go and like and go and comment on every single video. But obviously no spam. I've had people just put in some spam. Listen, I'm literally going to delete a couple of comments and just leave one. I'll always leave one. But no spamming, guys. We're literally going to give 500 shards live in the chat next Thursday. We're going to give 500 shards to 2 of my premium members. We're going to give a $20 gift card to my premium members, and we're going to give a side pass to one of my members, be it a premium member, be it a basic member, doesn't matter. So all that next Thursday, celebrating content creators. So join us next Thursday, where we're going to be giving loads of stuff away and give some codes away as well. Some Wozza stash crystals. So big celebration next week, celebrating sort of like 40 years anniversary, or celebrating content creators, and all this is going to be a great stream next Thursday. So join me then. That is it for today's stream, guys. So thank you everyone for tuning in. I forgot to mention at the start, I've actually reached 7,000 subscribers, which I sort of wanted to, that's a big achievement I wanted to reach at the beginning of the year. So big thank you to you guys for making that possible and subscribing. Here's to the next 1,000 to reach 8. And yeah, thanks to everyone for tuning in. Thanks for everyone for supporting the channel. I'll see you next week for the big giveaway. Thanks for watching, everyone, and peace out, guys.